Chico Great Debate. Thank you so much for being here today. So I have a couple of notes for you that are sort of nuts and bolts things before we get started. The first thing is, now would be an excellent time to silence any of your cell phones, both for what's about to happen and for the sessions that you're about to enter into. I'm Dr. Zach Justice. I'm one of the people that helps make the event happen. It seems worth noting on these occasions that when we started this event in spring 2010, opening ceremonies were quite modest. We had a handful of people here, and I said a couple of words to open. But now, as the event has grown, and over the course of the day, about 2,000 students and community members will come through from Chico, from the surrounding areas, from CSU Chico in a wide variety of classes, and also from Butte College. We also have a lot of different people that are involved and a lot of different people to thank. We have two people here to say a few words this morning that are symbolic of the town-gown relationship that we like to think that the Chico Great Debate helps to facilitate. The first person that you'll hear from is Dr. Perry. She is the president of Butte College. And the second person that you'll hear from is our new assistant city manager, Mark Orm. So without further ado, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Kimberly Perry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So a couple weeks ago, I was doing a couple opening comments to a group of elementary school children. And when I said good morning, we had to repair the roof because they were so excited. So I'm sure you're all excited to be here, but maybe a little bit nervous. But let's try it again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Much better. A little lower pitch than the elementary school children, but exciting nonetheless. We'll have the assistant city manager check the roof later. You know, when you pick up the paper or open your web browser, you can't help but notice some of the issues that are polarizing our country today. And ironically, here in California, we have a longitudinal polarizing line called political party affiliation. And if you live in general, on the west side of Highway 5, you are a Democrat. If you live on the right side of Highway 5, although it gets weird down in LA, but that's LA, you're a Republican. And there are all sorts of polarizing issues relative to party affiliations, and we see them being played out in our papers and on our web browsers every day. The day before yesterday, the Senate thwarted an attempted to filibuster so that they can consider gun control legislation for the first time in 20 years. Talk about a polarizing issue, because it's such an emotional issue. And what about our Second Amendment rights? What about same-sex marriage? That's in the news a lot today because of President Obama's recent comments relative to that. In 2008, the California Supreme Court said that same-sex marriage was legal in the state of California. And 5 months later, we passed Proposition 8, which defines constitutionally marriages between people of the different genders. 18,000 people got married in that 5 months, and those marriage licenses stand to this day, and it's still being heard in the Supreme Court. But talk about a polarizing issue, depending upon what you think about same-sex marriage. Does this sound familiar? Control the border. Reinstate work visa programs. Legalize the 11 million folks that are already here. Hold employers accountable for their employees' work histories. And my least favorite, just send them back. I think you can figure out what side I stand on that issue. That sounds familiar. Talk about a polarizing issue. So I grew up in Southern California, and I came up to school at UC Davis, and all I hear about, and you can still hear it to this day, is you guys are taking our water to fill your swimming pools and water your lawns. Now, how many of you have actually heard or said that? Oh, come on, be proud, admit it. Water is a polarizing issue latitudinally in this state. You either have water or you don't have water, but it's not quite that simple. Where would San Francisco be without the Hetch Hetchy Dam? It would be nowhere. It's safe to say that the state of California is the most hydrologically altered region on the planet. We have lush green agriculture, which was once desert, and we have desert where there was once lush green natural lakes. We've seen the drying up of our own vernal pools here in Butte County due to our housing developments. But how we've moved water around in this state has enabled our population to grow. We were pretty sparsely populated when we became a state. Why? No water, difficult to get to. Think Donner Party. For those of you who've read about the Donner Party. Difficult place to get to. We moved water around. All of a sudden, we're one of the world's leading agriculture and food production areas in the world. We have a robust small manufacturing industry, which takes a lot of water, and we have just a few people living here in the state of California. So today sort of marks the culmination of what I think is almost unique here in Chico. The fact that a community of learners come together and read the same book and have conversations about that book. And they're not easy. How many of you read the book? Y'all read the book Unquenchable? Just raise your hand that you did. You didn't. So one of the reasons that we have the topic for today is because the book of the year was Unquenchable, talking about water issues not just here in the United States, but global issues. It's a polarizing issue because we all need water to live and survive. And so today's debate and presentations and workshops are going to look at those issues around food and agriculture. And what you're doing is, as was said earlier, showing your commitment not just for you and not just for your children, but for your children's children, because these are issues that will impact water distribution, not just in this century, but in centuries to come. Now let's give a warm welcome to Mark Orm, who is the new Assistant City Manager. He's been here 2 weeks. Mark.
Thank you, Dr. Perry. What an honor and privilege it is to be here today. It's interesting because when Dr. Justice asked me to come over and at least say a warm welcome and a greeting to each of you, I was actually taken aback to think about my formative years in college, and then after that, everything that happened and took place in my life. I've had the opportunity to see many, many great debates while I was growing in my formative years. Spent some time on the East Coast in the Beltway in Washington, D.C. That was after my undergraduate degree. I went back there, spent some time in the House of Representatives working there. It was a lot of fun. Saw some really great debaters. After that, I've worked in municipal government, and it's been a lot of fun because I've worked under a number of different city managers, under a lot of different great city councils, and the debate at those levels as well were absolutely tremendous. And the debates are not as invigorating without public input. And so that's where you play a role. If you're not going to be an elected official, ensure that you are one of those members of the public that participates, gives your input, and ensures that the truth is uncovered. I will tell you though, after reminiscing over those years, not only at the federal level, but also at the local municipal government level, the most exciting and fun times that I had in debates was actually at the collegiate level. It was a lot of fun in my, particularly the political science courses, where you could debate the issues. And you guys have the added value of having a forum like this that allows you to endeavor into that outside of the classroom, inside an actual area of city government that the debate does take place in. What a privilege and what an honor. And what an honor it is for the city of Chico to be that facilitator, to partner with Cal State Chico to enable that to happen. So we're really proud to be able to do that. I will say that the things that I look forward to in these kind of forums is one, entertainment. You're gonna be entertained, at least I hope so. But more than that, enlightenment. I think that with every debate, you have the opportunity to hear sides and perspectives that you may not have before. And that's how you get to the truth. You have to try to uncover the truth in every issue, in every aspect of life that you're going to encounter as you grow. So enjoy our confines. I know you're going to be spread throughout the city in different rooms and varying areas, so enjoy that. And we want to be a host that takes care of you. So if there's something that you guys need, let us know. So having said that, Dr. Justice, I'm going to hand it back to you, but thank you so much for being here, each and every one of you.